Welcome to Dancing Water. My name's Susan, and I am delighted that you are here for your Dancing Water daily practice. Today, some restorative yoga with minimal props. I offer 2 restorative yoga experiences every week. On Wednesdays, we do minimal props, things that you can do anytime, anywhere, little restorative snacks if you like, or you can string them together into a practice. And then on Sundays, we do a nesting practice where we gather all the pillows and blankets and make ourselves into little comfort monkeys. So I'm delighted that you're here. We're focusing on habits of happenstance. For me, what this means is that very often in my body, in my life, in my mind, habits emerge as a matter of coincidence, of circumstances, and not necessarily of intention. One of the things that happens for me is particularly when I'm working in my office, I don't think of relaxing as part of that time. And I'm inviting you to reconsider that if that is true for you too. Using any time as an opportunity to ask yourself, could I use some restorative practice right now? Restorative yoga, I would say, is as much as an approach and an intention as it is actual things that we do. So I'm going to show you a variety of things that I'm going to do with my office chair. All you need is a chair, a scarf. You could also use a small blanket here. Um, you could even use a big sweater or a wrap or anything like that. And an eye covering of some sort. Could be, this is just a hand towel, but you could also use a small scarf or a handkerchief or anything that would just block out the light. I also recommend that for our last posture that you get on the floor. So some kind of softness. Maybe some carpeting would be fine, or a blanket, or a towel, or a yoga mat could be if it's soft enough. So to begin, just find yourself on your chair and feel the sensation of your feet on the floor, and take your hands together and rub them until you feel a little heat between your palms. So that may take a little more energy or a little more time, depending on how cool the room is and your body is. But once you feel some heat between your hands, very gently take your heels of your hands and let them rest on your eyes. Take a deep breath and breathing in the warmth and the darkness, a signal to your nervous system to relax. To tune in, to allow the parasympathetic nervous system to come online. For me, very often when I'm working at my desk or rushing through my day, I am really in the fight or flight. And this is an opportunity to take a moment to get my parasympathetic, my rest and digest nervous system online. And then give your hands a little shake. Imagine shaking out any thoughts, anything that you want to let go of. And then just resting your hands on your thighs. Just give your feet a little stretch. So one of the habits that I realize that I have when I'm sitting in a chair is how I hold my feet. Very often, particularly if I am intent on what I am doing, I will press the balls of my feet down and tighten my calf muscles. And so this is a great just opportunity just to notice what you tend to do with your feet. Just give them a little stretch. Yeah, maybe wiggle your toes, circle your ankles. Yeah. And then just take another breath and just notice yourself here. In and out. Slow and deep. And then planting your feet about shoulder width apart. Just bring yourself to standing. Just roll your shoulders back. And then taking your hands, well, first take your scarf. And taking your scarf in a wide fold here, wrap it around your kidneys, your low back. And then very gently slide your way down into what we call ragdoll pose. And I'm crossing my scarf and taking the opposite ends in my hands, spreading my toes out, dropping the head. And so I'm not exactly pulling, I'm just letting the weight of my hands and arms give a little gentle pressure to my low back. Nodding the head yes, and shaking it no. Maybe a little bit of a rock side to side, but breathing into your back ribs, and in particular, breathing into your low back. Relaxing your jaw. Feel that support underneath you and around you here. Notice the weight in your feet and see if you can relax your toes. So shifting your weight back a little bit. And here you can bend your knees a lot. You want to feel the sensation of your ribs hanging down over your thighs. And you can gently begin to stretch your legs, opening the backs of your knees a little bit without getting a big stretch. You just want to feel the sensation at the back of your legs without efforting. Yeah. And then gently drop your tail down, drop your head and hands, and roll up. Just let yourself rock a little bit side to side. Notice your breath. Now notice you could just do that. After sitting or rushing around, just doing that could give your nervous system just a little bit of a taste of relaxation, a reminder that softening and letting go is available. Another thing we can do from the chair is to take the scarf around your middle back, and you're sitting now at the edge of the chair and rolling over. So a sitting child's pose. So similar to what we did before, we're crossing the scarf, grasping it, maybe a little higher, a little closer to the backs of your legs. And child's pose, just letting yourself fold over and let your head hang. And again, feel the wrap of the scarf around your back. Now, if you don't have a scarf and you just are sitting at your desk and you think that, oh, I need some relaxation, you can do all of these poses without the scarf for sure. Take some deep breaths into your back ribs. Imagining the scarf billowing out like a sail. Notice any tension in your feet, in your eyes, or the muscles around your eyes. Ask yourself, what could you soften? In and out. Deep and soft breath. Then releasing your hands, very slowly rolling yourself up into a seated position. Let the blood pour down like an hourglass. Now, again, all of these postures, all of these shapes that you can take, you can stay in them as long as you like, as long as they feel useful to you. And so now just taking your scarf, just letting it rest around your neck, just feeling a little bit of warmth around your neck. One of the things that can happen as we practice restorative yoga, even in small, uh, short bursts and in just a few minutes, is as we get into the parasympathetic nervous system, the body can start to cool down. So one of the things that's nice is long sleeves. You might want socks, even if you're in a warm room. And now just taking your legs wide and scooting yourself back. So you've got a little space in front of you on the chair. Now take your hands and thumbs to the outside edges, fingers pointing toward your body. Now, for some, depending on your flexibility, this may look like this. You may just have your fingertips or just the very tips of your fingers on the seat of the chair. Or if you're more flexible in your forearms and your elbows, you may have the heels of your hands in your chair. And just find a little bit of a stretch, just a little bit of sensation, just maybe rocking your hands, the weight into the heels of your hands, and then back again. Just noticing that sensation. And let's do it with the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Deep and smooth with the breath. Connecting your movement with the breath is another signal to your nervous system to unwind, to come off of alert. And then very gently bend your elbows and give your hands a little shake. Again, just shaking out, symbolically letting go of anything you don't need. And now taking your hands with your fingers pointing toward your body, but your thumbs in. And again, this could be just the fingernails on your seat, or you could have all the way to the wrists. And again, inhale, shifting the weight forward, exhale, come back. Just feeling that sensation. Noticing your forearms, your wrists, the sensation at the backs of your hands, the backs of your fingers. In and out. more time. Inhale and exhale. And then gently release your hands. Give it a little shake. And now taking your hands with your thumbs pointing toward your body, your little fingers near your knees, and allow your shoulder to come across your body as you exhale. Inhale up here towards center, opening your chest. Exhale, come to the other side. Letting your eyes gently scan across the horizon, all the way from behind you, one side to behind you, the other side. Inhaling and exhale as you rotate, slowing it way down, feeling all of the nuances, the subtleties of this movement right here and right now. One more each side, friends. Exhale, like you're wringing out your body. Inhale, fill, and exhale. Good. So just notice the sensation right now. And again, that series, that practice could be a lovely thing to do every hour or every half hour, just to connect yourself, deepen your connection with your body. And notice that even though those postures were ones that were not completely still, they still have a restorative quality where we're not putting 100% effort in. We're gently allowing the body to unwind itself. But let's take one very deep and still posture together. Again, it could be done anywhere, as long as you got a chair. He showed you a variation of the scarf that I learned from my teacher, Jillian Pransky, that I really love. Taking it right around your chest and wrap the end of the scarf around your upper arms. Yeah? It's kind of come across there, like a swaddling across your chest. And then bring yourself down right next to your chair. Scoot yourself next to your hip is right next to the bottom of the chair. And then swing your legs over the top. So you have some options with your legs depending on what feels good. For me today, I like the heaviness of two 90-degree angles. But if you've been sitting at your desk for a long time, you may want to have the chair further away so that your hip flexors get a little more length. So it's completely up to you. So fiddle around and get yourself settled in such a way that you feel comfortable. You want to feel relaxed in this position. And you can take your eye covering. I'm going to use mine under my head instead of on my eyes. But you can do both or neither. And then again, we're going to take the hands and cross, and letting the upper arm bones relax onto the floor. But you should feel a sense of support, almost like your upper arm bones are in a sling. And then this swaddling sensation across your heart. Let your feet get really soft. And maybe just take a moment here and wiggle your toes, point and flex your feet. And feel their weight, just let them hang. And then your lower leg bones completely supported by the chair. Upper leg bones pour down. These long femur bones pour down into the hip socket. Reversing the flow of energy that's usually going down toward the feet. Giving a break to the heart and the lungs and the organs. Feeling a pool of relaxation pouring down from your toes, ankles, legs, and into your hips and your belly. Releasing any holding in your belly. And here, take a really deep breath and then let it go. Some kind of audible sound. Maybe one more time with my favorite horse breath. Inhale. And letting your hands be soft, your hips be soft, and your eyes be closed, with or without covering. Very gently scanning your body for any tension that you may be holding. For me, it often pops up in my inner thighs, in my jaw, but it might be someplace else for you. As we start to relax, this is a great time to look for the habits of holding, patterns of tension that we just habitually grip. And the restorative approach is one of kindness and curiosity, of noticing and allowing to unwind. Relaxing your ears, relaxing your mouth and tongue, perhaps licking your lips and swallowing. Feeling the spaces between your fingers and the spaces between your toes. imagining a stream of warm oil poured down the center of your forehead, pouring down and smoothing out all the muscles in your forehead, in your scalp, relaxing your hair. Noticing your hands. For me, my hands just want a little bit of an adjustment, so resting them on the center of my chest. You could also drop them to your sides, either palms up or palms down, or just leave them exactly as they are. Softening the arches of your feet. Softening the big muscles at the base of your thumb. Softening the muscles around your eyes. Again, you can stay in this position for as long as you like. Noticing subtle shifts, noticing your breath, noticing your body. Dropping out of thinking and into being. But whenever you're ready to transition out, take your hands right over your heart. And just as we did at the beginning of the practice, rubbing your hands together so that you can feel some warmth and energy between your palms. Maybe notice the sensation, the texture of your palms. And when your hands feel warm, let them come to your eyes, either over your eye covering or just over your closed eyes. Now, as your body is moved a little bit, notice if any tension gathers somewhere. If there's any place that you begin to start to hold on. See if you can notice that and let it go. And then very slowly begin to pull your hands very slowly away from your eyes so you can feel the connection begin to separate. And as your hands come away from your eyes, gently let your eyelids flutter open and let your hands reach toward your knees and your knees gently come toward your chest. And then just rock your body, roll gently and super slowly to one side, and use your top hands to come into seated. Maybe take your scarf around your body, or around your neck, or someplace that feels good. My invitation and reminder, my friends, is that restorative yoga is available to you no matter where you are. And it doesn't take anything fancy, and it doesn't even take a lot of time. It only takes the intention and the reminder that reconnecting to our relaxation response is an essential part of living an embodied and healing life. So if you have some tea or water, take a moment to water the intention to bless this practice. Take a breath and take a sip. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I am deeply interested to know how this practice lands with you and how I might help you more. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share videos. It's a huge gift to me and to anyone who may need this kind of practice, and making it available to them no matter what their circumstances. Please connect with me on my Focus Pocus Now blog or at my website at susanmcculley.com. You are a blessing. Thank you for being here. Until next time, friends. Mwah.